Hello there, dear RGL family. I am back again. It's a good Chrono Trigger run, but now we have the power of the Rangers to protect us, and not some spiky-headed punk that we ditched at the first available opportunity. Hope you're all well. I am your Retro Gaming Idol. I am doing this run as part of our RGLove marathon, RGLove itself, which is a once yearly marathon where we actually raise money to help keep server costs and other nice things for the rest of the community stabilized. So if you have anything, give us, whether it's a little bit like $5 here or there, or give us your time and your life and stay with us all. Appreciate you being here. Now, we have some fun coming. The heck out of the radio. There we go. That is heavily distracting. So we are going to Power Rangers, and we're going to have some fun here. And hopefully not idle on the screen too much. I mean, at least it's a memorable song, too. I guess that's the thing, you know? So, as I remember, one final check of the tracker just to make sure. Yep, we are doing Kimberly, so that would be that. Lots of fun coming up. This is one of my quicker runs actually that I do. This and Kirby and Turtles in Time are probably my three fastest runs that I do. But yeah, let's get started. 3, 2, 1, go. So stage 1, just we are slapping putties. Just slap all the soldiers. The lightning bolts give us energy. The first time we fill up the meter every stage, we get to Morphin to Power Ranger for power boost. It also refills our entire life bar, which is useful for keeping yourself in a 1C. Some of these will jump down to attack you, other ones won't. It's very scripted, so you just get the kind of vibe for a while. You. Even the cars have the Z logo painted on them. Isn't that kind of concerning to you? I mistimed that. I was gonna actually jump to the background there to dodge that like a cool person, but I just ended up not being cool at all. Oh well. At least people think that my Shadow Priestess is cool and very, very much. There we go. That's what you're supposed to do to look cool. Hell yeah, we got the second one. We got the second one on the first try. I can't. That. This is almost, you jerk. This is almost as like technical as a fighting game, but again, since it's scripted, it's just kind of like. Well, why don't you like get a car and then get the Z logo painted on the sides like a cool person? Smile. Be cool with me. I dare you. I double dare you. Jumping between the foreground and background is very beneficial to you, and it's something you'll get used to doing a lot in this game. Just fight it. Or to quote several other shmups and things I play, get bonus. I know it's Sin and Punishment, but I haven't played that in a while. I think, like, once I get my, like, capture cord fixed, because my capture card is just fine, and just being able to get an HDMI cord for an N64, I am due a Sin and Punishment run for sure. I haven't had one of those in forever. So we're gonna fight this big beast and deal a bunch of damage to it. and watch it just zoom around the background, because we're not going to chase after that. Oh, you stay back there for a minute. This is taking a bit too long. 6, 7, morph. Enough damage to it, and it's going to set off the second half of the stage. Which is, holy crap, the mall's on fire. Now, whenever you're morphed, your power meter functions different. Jump up here. Once your power meter is filled, you get to... Haha, I took a food item and immediately lost 2 health. Thought process. Smile. Once you fill up your power meter again, you will go ahead and use your ranger weapon. For everybody, it's different. That's why I say this is more of a fighting game and less like an action game, because you need to gauge exactly who you're playing with and their particular frame style. Because that's just how the game is. Like, Kim plays way differently than Adam, which is the other character that I play normally. And then Tommy plays different than all of them because he has a special dodge maneuver that is entirely different from everyone else's. Whenever you do a backflip in this game to go ahead and dodge attacks, which gives you iframes, he will throw down a hand plant on top of that, which is a huge pain to deal with if you're not used to it. The insurance would be the worst part about it. Everything else could be done over time. But insurance is evil forever. Kimberly Bow is OP. Weird Mirror Maniac fight. But once he gets low enough, he starts changing his attack pattern, which he will try to morph behind you, do 2 different things, and if you hit the wrong one, he just smacks you in the butt. Not good. We are very rude to his corpse and exploding corpse. That's the end of stage 1. About 6 minutes, not too bad. First couple stages are usually about 6 minutes. If you're playing like this anyway. Which I'm about 8th place on the leaderboards unofficially, if I actually care to submit them. Unless the times have changed in the past couple years, which I don't think. We just keep vibing with our top 10. But you'll see me play Kirby a little bit later this marathon. The Kirby leaderboards are really messed up at the wonderful place that tracks all this information, because they lumped all the people together that were doing any percent glitch and then any percent glitchless, and those things need to be separated because they are entirely different. And therefore, that's why I have my category for that game set up as all main games, because it's its own category officially. Or at least it should be if, like, categories were actually updated, but people have busy lives and that's... Come here. Yeah, we're just kind of vibing with stage with the aircraft carrier. Nothing out of the ordinary at all. We're going to run across new colored ones soon, which have different attack patterns. Oh, hello there. The yellow ones will do mean things like jump your attacks and then try to kick you. bully them. Okay, I guess I kind of deserve that. Make sure you're at the right of the screen every time you get a chance to be, because you will be forced to the right of the screen to walk off of it. And if you don't do that, you lose a bunch of time every time you make mistakes. Just keep to the right. It doesn't ever change. Some screen transitions will force you to walk, other ones... It's fixed, but get in the habit of doing it. Oop. Now the putties will just fire mortars at you, which is really dangerous. If you're morphed, you can climb onto those, by the way, and just dodge everything. But that's if you decide to morph early. I do not. I morph to save life bars, because it's a 1cc. Whoa, okay, I missed that jump. I was not expecting that to fall through like that. That's pretty disappointing, actually. But at least we get the 1-up right back here, so that's fine. Yikes. That sucked. Yeah, Billy in this game is actually, like, his own fighter. And plays differently in terms of attack animations than everyone else does. So yeah, it's the same for everybody though. There's like nobody that really feels like a clone of anyone else. You're forced to morph here anyway, so might as well get out of the way early. Get a little bit of power back. You are always forced to morph before bosses, so you can time things to where you have weapon charge build up, and then some levels like this I just don't. Also, Cannon Top is like the easiest boss in the game. You can actually be manipulated into his attack patterns pretty easily. Jump lightly so you don't jump into the water. Can you grab that? No. Okay, game. Cozy at all? I haven't had a good chance to actually kick him at all, which was really annoying. Kicking does a pretty solid amount of damage, plus it like actually lets you use every bit of this fight instead of what I'm being forced to do right now because he's being a jerk. But if you want to manipulate him into using mortar, or excuse me, cannon shot, just jump up there. There we go. Work. Extra power for points. And that. That was a slow stage too, but that's what it does. Stage 3 will be your auto-scroller of the evening. Everybody loves a good auto-scroller, right? You have such an opportunity to just hang out and talk about things. And then read out donations during donation event. That's fun. which we are raising money to help keep server costs, everything functioning. That is what we are here for this weekend and into next. Wow. It's a good time to actually just mention that, because again, auto scrollers, everybody just kind of like vibes during these. I'm gonna jump down. No. The first set of rocks is a bunch of just rocks on the ground that trip you up and deal damage. They don't kill you or anything unless you're low. But now they also start coming blindly too. Something to keep watch for. Jumps have started. You do some ski jumps, you do some other stuff here too. The chances of you having full meter before the boss is not impossible. But you're gonna morph there anyway, so it doesn't really matter. You're gonna start mostly with like 0 energy because of how this stage is. When you start seeing putties in front of you after jumps is when the third section starts of this. Which will be right around here. Oh no, the ceilings are really low. And they will totally eat you if you do not duck, so make sure to duck. Embrace the quack. That's the last one. And now you just kind of vibe here a bit. This banger soundtrack. One of the best on the SNES that not many people know about. I would say this game was like popular in its time, but it's not something you really hear talked about too much, and usually people reference the Genesis version too. Which that's right, there is a Genesis version, and as I remember it plays way differently. If enemies are in jump animation and you kick them, it kind of just... Fishy. There's a 1-up somewhere on this stage, and there's also a hamburger somewhere. I guess I don't remember which one. If you go top side, you get 2 treasure chests here. Call them treasure chests, man. See what I mean? You just barely have enough power in the stage to hit Morph right before the boss. Alright, I'm gonna do this as much as I can because it's funny to manipulate this boss too. Except when it jumps right on top of you by teleporting. That just sucks. The Skelerina is very, very, very fixed. And the fact that she will do different attack patterns depending on whether she is being punched or not. I hit way too early there. But you can just play chicken with her forever, honestly. If you knock her back, the second hit will force her to teleport, otherwise she will dash towards you. So you can just play chicken somewhere. Too early. Ow. Okay, now you're just being toxic. Get down here. I don't like hitting from the left. Thanks. Yeah, I'm kind of rusty here, really. Oh, the Vega Dash. Ah. That's something you rarely see, is the Vega Dash when she's... Okay, now we got this again. I'll re-chat in a second. Yeah, that's much better. You're a jerk. You took a life off me. You teabag. Today is a Friday the 13th, you are correct. Wow. That is pretty darn cool, Knocker. Alright, stage 4 already. Stage 4 is like the longest in the game, more or less. It's gonna be nice and cozy though for a while, until the mini boss anyway. Well, the first mini. And so these things don't like just wander up and trip you. That's more of the reason why I'm actually attacking them. So you don't have to attack those necessarily, you just jump them. Rude. If you're morphed, purples will die in one punch. I think one kick as well. I don't fight purples that often. I'm used to playing like this half morphless category. For the 1cc anyway. Not me. That was just great, man. I thought he was gonna actually jump towards me, jump away. Kinda crazy. The good news is we get to the mini boss with the ability to not be dead. You know, it's a good thing. Like those old Martha Stewart references from way back in the day. It's a good thing. I'd like to fight this on more. Ah. Okay, never mind. I'm not wasting another life there. I only had like one hit left on it too. Unfortunate. But now we're morphed for the rest of the stage, which has its own second section, which is pretty long too. I'm gonna try to like keep my power collection to a certain degree, so that way we don't over collect and not have our weapon for the boss fight again, which makes the boss fight incredibly easy. Hold to the right again. We just dance with the music. Buddy just hiding in a cart up there. It's gonna stay up there. Billy Pup. Woohoo! Yeah, we're just kind of vibing this stage. Nothing's really bothering us at all. Okay, now we're one away, so we can stop collecting. Fuck now. Full meter. Now this boss can soft lock you and also cost you 25 minutes on the run. So very careful fighting this thing. Would you actually like stop? Be great. Come on. Can you jump up, please? He does not have a stun lock pattern, but he does change his attack pattern depending on how many times you hit him long range. It's not as like scripted as everything else. I forgot to ult. That costs a lot of time actually. I wasn't paying attention. We lose like several hits here actually. On a boss that's like really annoying to deal with, so this is definitely a time loss. There's no way I PB now. What? Because the ult is that big deal, like it's like 5-6 hits of damage. Get up here. I hate you already. I'm very mad at you for making me look really bad playing this. Okay, red tornado is kind of sus. Oh no, you don't. Saw that coming a mile away. Not that time though. Okay, I think we've lost about like 2. Where are you going? Trolliest magnet brain fight I've had in a couple of years, actually. Down here. Oh my god, I can't believe he did that. I'm not gonna lose the 1 CC to that, but oh god, that was such an embarrassment. I feel bad actually playing that fight. I want that one back for sure. I'm gonna have to like run this at Retrothon or something and get my revenge. So stage 5 has got some pretty banger music. The robots will give you either large or small energies. It's random. Just kill them with like 6 kicks and figure out what you're getting. Double larges is good though. Okay, buddy. These take 3 hits to kill. Thankfully they stun lock when you hit them. I'm playing badly today. I think my thoughts are just, like, distracted, probably. Gotta make this run all wrapped up in a bow. It's gonna be messy. Like, I've died in so many places I shouldn't have, but... We're gonna write this one up to, like, me not, like, having a lot of time for practicing. Which I'm normally extremely comfortable with not practicing my runs before events. Today is just one of those very few exceptions I'm dealing with. Because there's specific things like the magnet brain fight where you cannot practice it because it's pure RNG. Also, we're kicking a vehicle to death. I'm just gonna throw that out there for you. We kicked a vehicle until it exploded. How in the world is that realistic? Oh goody, that's full health. Perfect timing. Mr. Ninja Guy is usually really respectful of you and doesn't try to teleport on top of you for cheap damage. He's pretty honorable. We're just gonna slap him around a bit. Slap him with a slap chop. We got a lot of good larges to get power meter before this section. That's actually really cool. Doesn't happen very often that we get almost all large energy. So, if you like Star Wars, you get to see the Tusken Raiders here with little stun tasers. We're not really dealing with many of them though, with our pathing. There was no way. I'm being marathon safe now, unfortunately. I feel like I'm kind of low on lives right now. There's still some trolley stuff coming up I'd rather be more than prepared for. But we are not at it with 3 lives at all. Because that kind of thing, I didn't want to risk that because I didn't know the timing on it for that killer animation. Because if that thing squishes you, it's dead no matter whether you're morphed or not. And now there's the upside down ones, which go into power energy things that will also deal damage to you or squish you, of course. Take 8 kicks to deal with. It's faster kicking them and actually dealing with her slap instead. Bad timing. Okay. Okay, game. We're done with this. This is a bad run. So. This isn't something I would submit for sure. My personal best is 42.25, which for this category puts me in 8th as of like the last time I checked leaderboards. You can also jump across those since you good way to save time a little bit actually. Like I'm very curious to see how the other 7 in front of me would actually like handle this. They'd probably be morphed a lot more. But since I'm concerned about 1cc's, I'm more conservative with my resources. So I think that would be the first thing to actually like start gaining time on where alright. Bite me. Yeah, this is a run. This is a run, fam. But there are other games coming up that I am going to be doing for this marathon that will be a far more cozy. Stop kicking me. Yeah, it puts us 1 energy away. Yeah, the Rangers have an uppercut. You rarely see me use it except for like stage 6. Excuse me, yeah, stage 6 boss. This is stage 5. Okay, that was not what I was trying to do. Sure, again. Well-timed burger. Speaking of burgers, I have a spicy chicken and a couple of from Jack in the Box in my fridge right. I'm ready for those. This has been a night. We did some really good stuff on Chrono Trigger, and then this has been complete garbage, so... We are balancing our workload out, friends. But we're gonna finish strong. We always do. One of the runs of all time, yes. Uh-oh. That's really bad. That's very bad. Now I'm not gonna have any energy for Silverhorn. So. We're gonna have to ult like straight away here. That's so bad. Silverhorns, you have to pace your damage too, or it's gonna iframe all of it. So you just drop a couple shots here, there. That's what I meant to do during Magnet Brain, was actually use that. Oh boy. You can manipulate it fairly easily, but... As you can see, when you're first, like, coming out of iframes, if you hit him again, he generally doesn't do much. He doesn't really try to do anything with his lasers. Oh boy. You surprised me. Okay, I will give you that. Eat my butt. You have ruined my life again. Trying to swear less. Trying it. Doing my best. That's all I can do. Yeah, this run is completely in the toilet. There's no salvaging it. I'm really gonna hit like a 45 if not being overestimated slightly. I wish I wouldn't be over, but I'm also hilariously under because of Chrono Trigger by like 20 minutes, so yeah. That's kind of how it is, I guess. Okay, that was my fault. I mistimed that. But yeah, this is like the song of the entire game. Like the best freaking song. Except for maybe stage 1. But stage 6 gets no love at all. Dude, don't even. I've already had a bad run. It's just getting worse. Come on. I want to finish so I can go. This is gonna be me in future years watching this run going. This is like the worst run of this I've submitted for any RGL event. And just be like, I'm blaming this on the fact that I didn't get to even like finish my entire meal before I had to get call time. But that was my fault for oversleeping by an hour or two. My body has just been recovering from illness. That's why I'm like, oh, nope. No grabbing putty for you. You don't grab David Putty. David Putty just kind of grabs you. Oh god. That is some me being on Sunday morning style. Let's move on. Whoop. I jumped that and you're a liar and you deserve to die. Oh my god. Let's finish. Let's finish the game so I can go eat. Easiest mini boss in the game. You just smack. No real animation to kick though. If you leave the boxes there too long, like the cranes will come up after them and damage you, but by dropping the boxes on it. But obviously, we're really low on lives right now. We're usually like flooded in them because this run's been absolutely awful. Don't touch rockets. Rockets insta-kill you. So we're gonna take our time and just mosey through here because, you know, we're gonna hit a 45 here probably. Unless mainframe goes well. If mainframe goes well, we can save a little bit of time and try to salvage this abomination. I'm not getting my hopes up. That boss is very RNG heavy. We got our morph ready. Missile, missile, lizard, lizard, lizard missile. How does a missile lizard work? I mean, I reject that game's reality and substitute my own. That wouldn't fakes you out for that door, so... At least we got the extra safety one up there. That's a really good thing, just in case Ivan's and like every other boss has been, except for like... maybe... No, Canatop was a jerk too. Every boss has been bad this run. But you know... runs are like things you grind out anyways, to where you have like a really whole bunch of good runs, and then you have runs that you would just never want to see again in any sort of like setting at all. Pop for a few here. Ay-ya-ya! Backflip back. I've never heard of this. So mainframe is very RNG heavy, has 3 orbs there. Red casts fire, blue is what you don't want to see with lightning everywhere, and green is just kind of easily avoidable. You can backflip past that. They will crash down and... oh my god, I'm getting hit way too many times. They're gonna crash down and deal damage to you as you're seeing there. Because that's one of the... oh god, they're doing it again. They're doing it again. Too early. This is one of those stages where having... oh my god, we're getting blue too. God bless, when I stopped talking, it actually worked. Oh boy. This is power hell today. We're gonna keep a smile on our face and we're gonna finish the run as strong as we can, because it's gonna be a 45 or so. But again, since we were ahead of schedule like 20 minutes on Chrono Trigger, it's... I see Shema has joined us for coming up next. It is Civilization 6, which is exciting. It's exciting. It's going to be a nice long cozy run. Long cozy runs and not short stressful runs are generally the way to go, I feel. Especially when you got a lot on your plate, you know? So Ivan Ooze is going to be a little bit scripted. And he can definitely be manipulated a little bit, except for when he wants to throw fireballs, in which case he is kind of, you know, very, very trolly. 3 hits will cause him to floor spike, which causes him to jump away from you, and that will work for the entire first half of the fight, as long as you can get 3 hits in. Otherwise he starts throwing, like, giant snaking fireballs, and those things are a huge pain in the butt. But no, we're just kinda chilling, though. You know, the first half of the fight was really rock solid. Very rock solid. I would happily submit that fight as part of a run, just ignore everything else in the entire run. The second part of that was me just getting a little bit antsy. Our time is now locked for the rest of the run. We cannot finish any sooner or any later unless we straight up wipe, so... That timer is fixed as to our entry, and by entry I mean exit. Would you? Ow. We're gonna die another time, because I'm just in the mood to die a lot, I think. You can go back in the run, count the deaths if you want, just poke me in Discord and then just poke fun at me for not practicing. Imagine me just playing games where I'm like having the time of my life and then like actually like making sure I have working runs and then just like tell me to try and balance it out. Like that's all I'm asking. Move. You know, I didn't know what direction that was coming from, but I almost survived the entire escape without dying. That was very close in all fairness. We're gonna ignore that guy, and then we're gonna kill the rest of these putties. In regards to the Ninja Megazord, well, I'll see. Can we kill all the putties before we have to die? That's kinda close. Thanks. Oh, that was 3 minutes plus off my PB. Gross. It's so bad. Wait, here is your Ninja Megazord. Thank you for the GG. This was utter frustration compared to like every one of my runs that I've submitted to RGL before this one. We did a thing. We saved all the peoples, and now we're just gonna go have a nice little boxing match. Billy is the rat. Rip Jason Narvi. I have brain and it's gone at this point. I definitely need food in my system. I'll definitely join you all in chat for the remainder of the So, as I mentioned, this is a marathon specifically to help keep RGL's lights on, server costs, upkeep, all that fun stuff. If you have any spare currency to donate, we greatly appreciate it. There might be incentives floating around for other runs. That would be kind of cool too. As you saw earlier, you picked my character for me. And you fed the cat too, which is neat. Little fun things like that all throughout the marathon. We also do giveaways for merch sometimes as well. Yeah, Paul Schreier I think is doing well the last time I remember hearing his name. But that is presented by Bandai, and I'm gonna check this. I will check Discord and check the schedule for... So, let's get the schedule straight before I get out of here. Coming up next, Shema's got Civ 6, Beat Mania, after that was... You will see me again tomorrow night for Kirby Superstar, and that's the only thing I've got going on tomorrow evening. I am here every night except for Tuesdays, so lots of love, everybody. I appreciate y'all being here. Appreciate y'all sticking with us for the rest. Stay tuned and be back tomorrow. Good night, everyone.